This is Veromnium signing on for today's episode of Seaopolis Submerged 2, a pack where we are trapped in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to go. The air and the water are toxic, and we must learn how to survive. This bubble is where we will start from nothing and grow to being able to explore the bottom of the ocean without any trouble. But for now, we are trapped in our glass cage with nowhere to go. This is Seaopolis Submerged 2. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we are in, so let's read. Welcome to Submerged 2. Thanks for downloading. Please make sure to create your own sphere for your team before starting using /skyblock GUI or using the full stop button. Gives us an unloaded flare. Maybe we should do the /skyblock GUI. Create a new team. Romnium's team. There's a sphere, a cube. You want a sphere or a cube? I think the sphere is cooler. Let's select a palette. Okay, my colors are purple, so we'll do that. We'll create a sphere for us to be in. Coolio. Nothing down at the bottom, that's okay. Looks like mobs can spawn in here, which is not fantastic, but we'll go from here. Follow the quest book, it will help you progress through the mod pack. New quests only show when you have completed the previous ones. We get a copper coin. Submerged 2 can be played with shaders. Open your video settings and click shader packs on the top right. Submerged has public servers. Has Ultimine. The air above the water level is toxic. Going above the water level is very dangerous. We have to stay submerged. The water is toxic. It will kill you. Rain will also damage you as well. Chapter challenges are for the ultimate completionists. To unlock the chapter challenges for a specific quest line, you must complete the hexagonal-shaped quest. You will be rewarded inside the chapter challenges. Some challenges will be easier to use an FTB task screen to complete. Quest rewards can contain coins. These coins will be added to your balance. The top right of your inventory has a balance icon. This can be used to purchase items from the shop. The shop requires a catalog item in the bottom slot to show what items you can buy. You can use the dark mode button at the bottom left of your inventory to enable various levels of dark mode. You can also press Z to zoom in. Submerged 2 also contains some optional resource packs, found in the pause menu options resource packs. BBL colors connected texture, slightly improved font, AE2 blackout. And that completed the first quest line. Let's see the secret quests. Doing certain things will complete secret quests with rewards. Some of these secret quests have hints. Willy Wonka has everlasting gobstoppers. We have eternal steak. The end. Chests are like Pokemon. Gotta craft them all. TikTok, not TikTok. There's a bigger singularity tank. Legend speaks of tricky trials. I wonder if there are some sort of trial spheres. Not just sheep can be sheared. I wonder if force shears can be used on other mobs. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, we are now in the basics. An empty flare is all I have. Terracotta can be punched to be broken into terracotta rocks. Okay, we have 8 totem torches. Apparently we can punch terracotta. Cool. So the water is toxic, the air is toxic, and the rain is toxic. So everything we see and can interact with is toxic. Fantastic to know. We got the rocks. Crafted from terracotta rocks. Adding a terracotta rock to an unloaded flare will load it. Right-click to the top of a block to fire the flare. Maybe try to get the top of the room before using the flare. Okay, so we can do this. This is apparently blue and not purple. That looks pretty purple to me. I don't know. Let's muffle the coin collection volume, because that's pretty loud. Okay. How do I make dirt? Blue dirt pile. From starting crates? From a supply crate. Okay, how do I get a supply crate? I don't know. The water is toxic, so it's not like I can go out there. Is it in the shop? How do I make a catalog? Catalog hats, ducks, blocks, flares, relics, processors, capacitors. So I need the blocks one, which requires cobblestone and a book. Cobblestone I get from pebbles. Right-click on the top of a block to fire the flare. Maybe try to get to the top of the room before using the flare. Is this the top of the room, or is that the top of the room? That's sealed in by glass, so it must mean up here. It wants us to use the unloaded flare and a block to do a create flare. Supply crate, got it. So it wants us to do this. And a crate fell into the ceiling. Okay. Well, that's not great. Okay, that's gonna break a lot. I just want these 9 blocks to be broken. Okay, I understand now. I just didn't read good enough. Okay, this is taking too long. Let me craft 2 pieces of blue dirt. Climb up and break it a little easier. Okay. This, and this. Now I've got even more rocks. I've got blue dirt piles. I have a blue sapling and a sapling grower. Let's break this piece of terracotta. Plant this dirt. We'll do a blue sapling. Oh yeah, crouch to grow doesn't work, but if you right-click it with the sapling grower, it does. Actually, I don't want to break the whole tree. I keep almost doing stuff like that. I want a crook before I do that. So, planks, crafting table. I'm going to put the crafting table right here. Then we want a crook. And then we break the leaves. That gives us saplings and apples and sticks. Now we can break the rest of the logs. And our tree was actually so big it stuck out the top. But the air is toxic, so I can't actually go up there. Well, I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. We're gonna light up all 4 corners of this as well. Okay. Let's see. It wants us to make composter, to turn organic material into bone meal, and make a ceramic bucket out of the terracotta. We can also make chests, meshes, a shop, shears, and a wooden sword. So let's make all of it. Okay. Terracotta to make a bucket. Logs to make planks. We'll make a composter. We'll make a chest. And because it's Christmas, the chests are holiday themed. Then we will turn this chest into a wooden hopper. Because that was also a quest. We'll make a wooden mesh. Strainers can be used to get most resources in Submerged. Wood is a tier 1 mesh. The shop is to place to buy items, requires a catalog in the bottom left slot. Wooden shears can be used to collect leaves from trees. A wooden sword can be used on leaves to get leaf piles. So that is our next 4 quests. So I will make another chest for actual storage. And then a wooden sword. Wooden shears. And then a wooden mesh. Tier 1 mesh, damage of 130. So that, and that. We'll make another chest. Just not enough. Unfortunate. Sapling grower. Stored to make leaf piles. I'm assuming I need a lot of these for something. I'm probably using these leaf piles to make string would be my guess. That's how a lot of these mod packs go, is you make string. We'll do another sapling. Our sapling grower. We'll use the wooden shears to make leaves. Collect the logs. Alrighty. And then from those logs, we can make more of what we need. Okay, second crafting table. 2 crafting tables, a chest, and some wood creates the shop. Okay, there are those quests complete. The catalog will show all the catalogs that you can buy. Cool. Leaf piles make mulch. Crafted from leaf piles using a hoe on a mulch block will create water. Okay. Leafy string can be crafted from leaves. String can be obtained through the strainer. And then the strainer here. Strainers automatically strain items to collect new ores. Increasing the mesh tier will increase output chances, and sometimes give new drops to existing resources. So I need to craft a strainer. So we need a second one of these. Oop, they don't stack, of course not. I need a strainer, which means I need 3 logs. I turned all my logs into planks. We will make leafy string. We'll make mulch. And then we will plant a tree. Grab some logs. And grab a few more saplings. And now we can make a strainer. And I believe for the strainer, I need one more mesh. I believe I need to put the mesh in the strainer for it to actually function. We'll eat some apples. And now we can make a string mesh, which is a tier 2 mesh. Okay, in the strainer, the tier 2 mesh meshes leaves. It'll give us leaf piles, string, and sticks. It meshes dirt. It gives us sticks and pebbles. If it meshes leaves, it gives us the apples. Okay. And then if we do it on prismarine with salt water, it gives us coral. And then snow and living gravel gives us snowballs and ice balls. Snow cookies. Okay. So, tier 2 mesh. What does the tier 1 mesh give us in the strainer? Same stuff with a lower chance. Okay, since we have the string, we might as well make the higher tier mesh. Like, there's no reason not to. Okay. So from the strainer, from the mulch, it wants us to make dirt. Normal dirt can be made from mulch blocks. 4 mulch blocks turns into 2 dirt. Okay. So, what I believe the setup should be, considering just based off of the quests, it should be a chest, a wooden hopper, a strainer, a string mesh inside, the block of water above the main strainer block. Placing dirt inside will drop some items, including pebbles. And from the strainer, we get a strainer tank, which I think we put in here. Or no, maybe we don't put in it, but on it? Yeah, strainer tank. We can climb on that now. We need a wooden hoe. We turn mulch into water. So, mulch, water. Water hurts us. I forgot. It hurts us a lot. We will grab these torches and put them back down. And then we put the water in the tank. Okay. Then we put dirt in this. Through the string mesh, it'll give us sticks and stone pebbles. And then while we're down here, we can put down our shop and put in our catalog. And our catalog can do a catalog of hats and a catalog of ducks. Neither of those are very useful, but that's fine. We need to make wool and make a bed as well. Alrighty. We should make an axe. so that we can stop cutting down the trees by hand. Okay. That should be a good amount of wood. For a while, at least. I also have a second piece of blue dirt if we ever need it. I need wool. Wait for that quest to trigger. There we go. And then I need a bed. And then down here will be my spawn point. Wool can be crafted from string, crafted from wool and planks. Yeah. Okay. Just means that now we need to do this stone quest. With a block of water above the main strainer block, placing dirt inside will drop some items, including pebbles. So let's go check out our strainer. It's gone through all of our dirt, gave us stone, pebbles, and sticks. Let's turn the rest of our mulch into dirt, and we'll let this do its thing. The string mesh can only do 90 pieces of dirt, it looks like. Okay, that's the stone pebble quest. Compactor. Compressed 2x2 and 3x3 crafting recipes like stone pebbles to cobblestone. Let's turn stone pebbles into cobblestone, I guess, but yeah, that's what I thought. So I need some of these to be able to turn into a compactor. Ooh, there's the next quest complete. Doesn't look like that's one that I can do on this page. Unfortunate. Okay. So the compactor automatically does the 4x4 crafts for the cobblestone. But I can do that myself right now. It's just when we automate it later, this will be easier. That is every quest in Chapter 1. And that is cobblestone unlocked, crafted from stone pebbles. That'll give us a, and then we need to make a furnace. Let's claim all rewards. We got quite a bit of stuff. That's gonna be going for a little bit. We got a do not open chest. We got an animal net that contains a duck. We got a wooden hopper. I think we got a little bit of dirt. We got one piece of cobblestone. All right, cool. So I don't think we need the dirt for anything in particular. We can do it in a cloche, but yeah, I knew that. We can turn it into mud in a soaking table, and it goes through a strainer. Apparently, if we put dirt in a summoner with certain things, it creates spawn eggs. That's cool. You can craft an infinity dirt drive for infinity storage. A repair nano. Pretty sure dirt is not the most important thing right now, and if we need it later, we can just make some. So we're going to throw these 4 pieces of dirt into our thing to make sure we have as much cobblestone as we possibly can. Alrighty. I don't want to release the duck right now. I know this says do not open. I'm gonna do it anyway. I shouldn't have done it. Gave us a ghost. I had a sword, but I used it already. What? What gave us that? I don't know. I'm gonna put the duck in here. But I don't use it accidentally. I don't know how I'd accidentally use a duck, but, you know, that's just the concern. Does blue dirt do anything different than regular dirt? Turns into soul soil, can be used in a cloche. Can be turned into mud, can be put in the strainer. But it doesn't turn into sticks. It can just be turned into purified dirt, which is needed for cloche. And can be strained for saplings. Okay. We are out of food, so we're gonna have to start eating the quest reward of honeyed apples. Let's continue. Okay, we are in the Stone Age. Let's make a furnace. Now that we have quite a bit of cobblestone, we're gonna put the furnace right here. We are gonna turn 19 of our logs into some charcoal. Because it's just easier that way, and technically the quest. Make charcoal, make torches, and make invisible lights. Cool. When used on a mulch block, we'll create a source block of eroding water. So I need more mulch and more charcoal. I think we have 3 mulch. Yeah, so that'll be fine. That does mean I need a lot of charcoal, though. Which is okay. It's not too difficult to make anything like that. So this is just the starting materials. And there's not a reason for me to use it, so we'll keep it in here. With the terracotta rocks. Any other modded things that I can make with it? No. Can we turn it into glazed? I'm pretty sure all of these are just going to be that it's glazed. We can summon an armadillo later on. Cool. Okay. Get the 8 charcoal. Get a piece of mulch. Turn 8 charcoal and a mulch into eroding salt mulch. And then get a little bit more charcoal and turn them into torches. I think that was the quest. Okay. Torches. Invisible torches. Then we need gravel. Gravel is made inside the strainer from eroding water and cobblestone. So, inside the strainer, 75% chance, 80% chance, 85% chance. Okay, so if we get all the way up to a heavy mesh, it's 100% chance of gravel. I think 100 is as high as it should go. Yeah. So we will need a second strainer. We want to do this the most efficiently. So, second strainer. What does it cost for me to make a strainer? Tank requires a strainer and 8 glass. Well, I don't have 8 glass yet, so that will have to wait. So we are going to have to... Well, I'm just going to do this. Strainer. Just put some blocks around it. And mulch. Eroding salt. And let's do 10 pieces of cobblestone in here with another string mesh. Oh, I need string. Forgot that I used it all already. This is a really big tree. That's a little anticlimactic. I thought I was going to get a much bigger haul of leaves out of that. Okay. String mesh. We'll get some gravel, hopefully. Cut down the tree. And those ones that are up there are just going to have to be up there because the air is also toxic. Okay. We've gotten some gravel. Fantastic. Gravel. We can make flint from broken gravel, can also be obtained through the strainer. Made inside the strainer. So we make sand from, I assume, eroding gravel again. Yeah. Also with an 80% chance. So there is a chance that our cobblestone turns into gravel, which turns into nothing. And then sand goes back into a strainer and does nothing. Okay. So flint is also in a strainer. From a regular thing, there's a 10% chance of getting flint. I think I'd rather break it. Okay. Because I think I can just break it and it'll do it. Let's go ahead and sleep. Just to get the achievement, really. This way I don't waste gravel, because I still get it back even if it doesn't turn into flint. Well, if it doesn't turn into flint, I get it back. I don't still get it back. But if I put it in the strainer, it's a 10% chance to get it, and if I don't hit that 10%, it's just gone, which is not worth it. I'm just assuming I need 8. I've needed 8 of every single item so far. So. I know it's a 10% chance anyway, so on average I'm going to have to break each of these blocks 10 times. Okay, there we go. Wow, every single piece of cobblestone I put in turned into a piece of gravel. Now that's good. Smart crafting table is 2 flint. Okay. Can I use the flint for anything that I really need it? A pipe wrench for pipes. Neutral shot for reliquaries. A flint mesh. Okay, so yes, there is a reason. It's a tier 3 mesh. Make it into gunpowder, a shooting mark, flint and steel once I have enough. Smart crafting table. Okay, looks like that's all that they really want it for. Then I put the gravel back in, and hopefully it gives me sand. We can look into making more gravel. There's a hippocampus right here. I think that's what it is. I can't see over my own massive head. Okay, 2 sand. Sand can be turned into purifying salt, so we will need more. We'll turn 11 of our cobblestone into it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it hurts. Okay. We will turn charcoal into mini charcoal. We'll make some glass. Because I think that this just required mulch, yeah. So, I need more mulch, which is made from leaf piles, which is a sword on leaves. Okay. Wow, we are just breaking every single tool we have, apparently. Okay. Run in and run back out just to get the mulch. It's very different than... I played Seaopolis 1. Not the Submerged one, but just Seaopolis. The air was toxic in that one, too. But only the air. The water was fine. You could dive. I think I can... Yeah, make it all into mulch. I got 1 apple. Tasty. Okay, glass. Strainer tank is 8. We'll get to that. Connecting glass. Crafting 4 glass together makes the connecting glass. And then 4 connecting glass makes clear glass. Clear gas. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. That's how much wood we have. We might as well do this quest. To make the smart crafter. And the only reason that the smart crafter serves, or the only purpose that the smart crafter serves, is to do this. We can come down here. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Not like this. It keeps happening to me. Like this. And then you put the smart crafting table right here, and it will just tell you what it can craft with everything that's in your inventory, and what's in these chests. So, we will throw everything into the chests. We're going to break the do not open chest. We'll bring that down to the smart crafting table as well. Can I shift click things into the smart crafting table? No. Okay. And now it is reading those chests and tells us what we can and can't craft. Or what we can craft. It won't tell us what we can't craft because it doesn't know. What we can't craft is over here. And then I'm going to go for a reset. Give me a grave with nothing in it. We got a death stone. Right-clicking to return to your latest death point. And it will teleport us. Cool. I don't need the teleport to get to that, but it's cool that I now have that, which means I can use it elsewhere. If I need to come back to base really quick, it'll just teleport me to this death point. Which apparently, we have 2 mini-maps, so it's going to show up twice. We will delete this waypoint. Okay. Can I craft with the Death Stone? No, I can grindstone it apparently, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. We have gravel. We will attempt to turn gravel into sand, but we'll see how that goes. We'll make stone pebbles and cobblestone. Alrighty. I should turn some of the mulch into dirt, just that I can get more cobblestone. Because right now, I'm not really getting cobblestone from anything else. Is there a cobblestone generator? Infinity Cobblestone Drive. That requires antimatter, so that's not going to happen. So no, it doesn't really look like there's that. It's in chests. I can break it. I can smelt frozen cobblestone from ice and fire. I get it from andesite. Ores from stone. Freezing netherrack. From a resource generator. Okay, so I just need a piece of compressed stone underneath it and it'll give me cobblestone. That is what I need. That's the information I need. Not right now, obviously, but... The mulch is from a cloche of mulch on mulch. I can't craft a cloche because I need aluminum and iron and purified dirt. Mulch is also from leaf piles, which I can get from straining leaves. It only gives me a chance, so I might as well just be breaking it with wooden swords. So, something to look into for the future, but for right now, it's fine the way it is. There's not a reason for me to sleep, so I don't know why I keep doing it. It's not like mobs are gonna spawn outside my base. Like, I don't have a base. I've got a sphere underwater, and I can't touch the water or the air. So, it's really nothing. We got 11 pieces of sand, and we got some cobblestone. Let's grab our couple pebbles. Craft those into cobblestone. Let's see. It wants me to make a strainer tank. We can do that, but we need the purifying salt mulch first. So, with everything in that chest, I need the purifying salt mulch. Make a crate of sticks and a crate of torches. I don't need either. We're gonna make a wooden key, because I don't really know what it does. That's the next quest line. I need it for the key mold. I don't think it does anything by itself. If it were to do anything, it would unlock this. Yeah. So nothing quite yet. So that was a little bit of a waste of wood, but I basically have infinite, so it's not too bad. Okay. So this will go on a piece of mulch to make purifying mulch to create a purifying water. So I need another strainer anyway. So I don't have enough sticks for a strainer, but I can just go, hey, make me some sticks. And then I can have it make me 2 wooden meshes. And then with those wooden meshes, I should be able to make a strainer. And then with this strainer, I just need some glass. I need a lot of glass, so I need even more gravel and sand. But then I can make a tank for this purifying stuff. Okay. So, what other quests were there? It was this salt, which makes purified stone. Can be used to get various different stone types. Purified stone is stone. Purified stone in the eroding water gets us stone. But we need a tier 6, a tier 7, a tier 4, tier 5, tier 8, tier 9, tier 10. So I need a tier 4 minimum. Mesh. Yeah, and I can't make any of those yet. Bronze, copper, and tin. I can't do anything with that yet. What are you telling me? I can make purified dirt. Make purified gravel. I can make purified sand, which may contain useful loot. And then all of these glass ones just give us copper coins, but those can be used to make stuff. Okay, that's 3 more glass. I just need 3 more pieces, and then we should be good. Okay, 11 pieces of gravel. That'll go up there. Yeah, the wooden hopper only has 1 slot in it, but it is faster than a regular hopper. Okay. So I will need 1 piece of gravel. I'll need 1 piece of sand. I'll need 1 piece of dirt, and I'll need 1 piece of stone. So let's smelt up that piece of stone. We'll make the mini charcoals. Okay, these 3 should be all I need for right now. Righty. Okay. Make another strainer. You get the bucket and a piece of mulch. Mulch. Salt. Grab it. It doesn't hurt me, which is a little surprising. Let me grab a piece of dirt as well. Dirt. And a piece of sand. And the rest of this needs to be turned into glass. Just 4 of it needs to be turned into glass, actually. And then all of this make us a strainer tank. And that will get us a strainer for us to put down over here. And then I just need a wooden hopper, which means I need a chest and a wooden hopper. We're going to do the same thing into the chest. We have the tank with the fluid, and then we're going to go, hey, piece of sand. We need a string mesh in there. Actually, is the string mesh enough in this, or do we need the flint one? Okay, string is enough. That's good. And then dirt, and then gravel, and then stone. I think we can make the purified stone, but we can't do anything with it. Purified dirt. We'll do purified gravel. And then we'll do the purified stone. So, purified gravel can use a string mesh and gets us coal ore pieces. Or a flint mesh also gives us coal, but it's at a higher chance. Sand. String mesh has a 15% chance, and a flint mesh has a 20% chance. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. So I should make a flint mesh if I can. I think it's trying to tell me. Okay, I've made all of the kinds of purified. Flint mesh is tier 3. How much flint do I have? I have 6. Can I make a flint mesh in here? No, why not? It feels like I should be able to. Flint mesh, okay. Then we want this in our water strainer, which is this guy. Okay. Yes. Okay, and then our water strainer will go through the sand, the gravel, and the dirt. Because we need cactus, kelp, coal ore pieces, and bone meal. Alrighty. Let's just use the composter for some bone meal real quick. That didn't even fill it up all the way. Use some leaves too. Okay. Use a leaf pile. No. This one sapling better be enough. Nope. That's stupid. Okay. We'll grab the wooden hopper and put it on the side of the strainer to throw in the purified dirt, which will then automatically go in so that we can just do it without having to think about it. Alright, I got the kelp, got the cactus. We got no coal pieces, but that is okay, because if we just go boop, collect everything. We got another duck in an animal nest. Or animal net. And then on the back of this, we'll put in the gravel. We got a carrot. That's good. That means we can start farming. We got wheat seeds, mangrove, acacia, oak and dark oak, and birch. But, yeah. We now have enough stuff that we could start farming. The bone meal, we do have a chance of getting from purified dirt. The purified dirt also is needed for the cloche, but that's later. I don't think we need anything else from the sand. No, we got at least one of everything. Can't do the stone yet. We need a higher mesh. Okay, so we still need the coal ore pieces, and we need to hold some clay. Okay, the clay is needed for brick and porcelain clay. This gives us 4, so we only need 3 more. Smelted porcelain clay is black brick. So we're going to need a lot more. I thought we were going to be using porcelain clay to make lava, but no, we need black brick. Okay, and then we need coal ore, which we also didn't get, but we did get potatoes. That's cool. I need this one sapling and the sapling grower. I need a lot of crooks. Apparently I don't have enough sticks. Let me get 4 crooks. Apparently my cape is on. The cape should be off by default, in my opinion. It just, like, who actually uses a cape? Let's see. What sapling do we actually want to grow? I was thinking of just doing more blue, but we actually do have, like, jungle, oak, acacia, spruce. Let's do spruce. Definitely think spruce is the right choice. Pop. And then we just go and we crook it. And then we mine it with our fist. Well, actually, let's do a stone axe. It's a little easier that way. Okay, spruce, sapling, crook, and axe. Sapling, grow, crook, axe. Sapling, grow, crook, axe. That is just the way we're going to be doing this for a second. Okay. Now then, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. We're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 more crooks. And instead of doing spruce, we're going to do the blue ones, because they also give me apples. And they're usually bigger than the oak ones tend to be. To be fair, I thought it was going to be purple, not blue, but all's fair in love and war, or whatever. I know that's not applicable here, but When have I ever really cared about how accurate what I'm saying is? Always. If anyone doesn't know that, I have always cared about how accurate what I'm saying is. I do like to speculate sometimes, though. Alrighty. That gives us saplings and apples, but not many apples. I'm actually going to eat all 3 of them right now. But that does give us saplings to use in our composter. This stuff can all stay. I want to do mulch, I think. Yeah. So I need to do mulch into cobblestone, and then cobblestone into gravel, and then gravel into clean gravel, or whatever this thing is. And then that into coal. I also need dirt to get more bone meal. It's this craft here. We want at least 1 brick from regular clay, because that will serve a purpose eventually. Yeah, the ingot mold. We can also apparently freeze a brick into a brick. Infinite loop. And then we'll smelt the porcelain clay. I got more porcelain clay. A couple bucks. We have 52 B-bucks. Then we'll do the black brick. And we need a fluid mover, which is 5 pieces of black brick. Just 2 more smelted, and then we'll have all 5 we need for this. Okay. All 5. Fluid mover. That completes that quest there. Doesn't get us anything, but I believe it does unlock the keys. Yes. Craft black bricks, which we need to do for this. Then we need a simple controller, which is going to be 20 black brick at least. We're going to need a lot more clay and a lot more bone meal. So, instead of crooks, we're going to craft swords. We're going to do the same thing that we did before, except with swords. I wanted 5 swords. Why did it only give me 3? Did we ran out of sticks? Did we run out of planks? We ran out of planks. Okay, 5th or 4th sword. There we go. Sapling, grower, sword, and tree. Sapling, grow, sword, tree, and then 1 more. Okay. Now to just run around and collect it all, because it's all just gonna disappear in like 5 minutes or whatever. Okay. Got a bunch of mulch. We are going to turn this mulch into dirt. There we go. Over a stack of dirt. Can I get it from a... do mulched dirt in a purifying water, but it's not that hard to just do it. Dirt caviar, which makes me think that we're gonna do resourceful fish instead of resourceful chickens. Okay, in this one. Okay, I need another wooden hopper. So it's going to make it into purified dirt, and then we'll put the purified dirt through the water mesh, and that'll give us the saplings and clay and bone meal. Over here, get those black bricks. Still need to do these glass quests, so 4 glass is 4 connecting glass. 4 connecting glass is 4 clear glass. 4 clear glass is 4 scratched glass. Which is not a quest yet. I assume it will be. We also need coal ore. So we are going to grab 32 and put it just in here to make more cobblestone so that we can make more gravel so that we have a chance of making coal ore. And then I guess we can turn this mulch into more dirt. Because why not? Literally no reason not to. Got a ball mold, apparently. Okay. That ends today's episode of Seaopolis Submerged 2. If you did enjoy, please scroll on down and hit the like and subscribe buttons. Leave me a comment of any tips and tricks that you have, or any mod packs that you want me to play once we're done with this one. My name is Veromnium, and this is me, signing off.